Mercedes in 2015 and 2016. What does that mean for today's result? Well, absolutely nothing. The donuts are really good. No, the other side of the If you're seeking something unique during your stay in Mexico, pay a visit to the Great Pyramid of Cholula. While Egypt is normally thought of as the go-to tourist destination for this kind of archaeology, the pyramid here in Mexico is actually the largest in the world. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit has a track length of approximately 4.3 kilometers, or just under 2.7 miles. For those of you old enough to remember, may know that Mexico and Formula One have a long history together. Starting in 1961, Mexico...
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Formula 7. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. That sounds good. Banana, you're not online, so I can't invite you. I did say you could race in the Alpine. Let me jump in a party so I'm not annoying everyone. So, Chi-Chi, or Chai-Chai, is the first to set a lap in the Williams as he goes down towards turn 1. So a brand new gold driver on the grid for the very first time. It's his debut race and invalidates it. Banana, I tagged you in the reserve confirmation. Oh, sorry mate, I should have messaged. So we jump straight on board with Fanfresh. He's going in towards turn 1. He's got that Alpha Tauri just behind him. Well, that bright orange here in Mexico. So here we go. Fanfonius going in through sector 2. Round turn 5 we go. And 6. And then into the S section. As I've said before on different tracks, you've got Silverstone, you've got USA, you've got Jeddah, you've got Miami or Las Vegas, you've got and then obviously Mexico, that are all sort of very similar when it comes towards like Maggots and Beckett-esque sort of corners. And you've got the exact same here going through sector 2, you've got the right, left, but it's like a double dose of Maggots and Beckett, so you've got to be really, the concentration levels have got to be high. I mean, it's Banana, it's completely up to you if you want to race, mate. We've got 18 drivers, you know, if we're just chilling, don't worry about it. So here comes Jake Williams to the line at 169. He's a second behind Fanfresh in that McLaren. We have the Mercedes coming through. That is Dev P, and look who it is. The American driver, the runner-up in Season 5, or Season 4, sorry, is back on track. And it is amazing to see such an amazing person and a wonderful driver back on track in that Mercedes as well. At his neighbouring Grand Prix. F1 Jax with a 1:15 for the Scuderia coming to the line, and then his teammate just coming through. That's TTL Nick just starting his flying lap. And then we have GG, who went at 1:17.1, but he would have used all the DRS, the Mercedes of Undertaker Dylan, just starting his out lap. We're going Bob Reese as he's going into them S sections. Oh, Levi Martins is out. Did he retire in the pits? That's a big shock there. Levi Martins retiring in the pits. I didn't see him crash, and he is only the Red Bull driver on track. So here comes Reese as he comes through the final couple of corners at turn 17 to the line. Reese goes Peter 1:15.8 for the AlphaTauri driver. The Aston Martin is next. That is B Wright to start his flying lap. Then we have DRL Jake, and I think he's going to go again there, Jake. And then we've got a Ferrari who's invalidated. That's F1 Jack, but he's on an in lap. We're going both with Henke in the Alfa Romeo. So, the Norwegian driver coming down towards turn 12. Oh, he went too wide. For the entrance to turn 12, he went over to the left and invalidated it. That is a funny way of ruining your lap. He's going to have to go again. He's used all of the ZRS. And I'm surprised he's not gone into the pits there. The Haas driver is going to be next. That's Thijs, who goes up to P8. So the Dutchman. And then we have the Aston Martin, the current F7 Gold World Champion. To the line he goes at 1:16.6 for B Wright. He goes up to P8. Oster in the Alpine is going to be next. Let's see what Oster does as he goes purple sector 2. Swings it in to turn 12 as he comes through the stadium section. Oh, he took a really wide line, slipped it out. At 1:15.9, he goes up to P3. Imagine what that lap time would have been had he not have slipped out. Now here comes the tornado of XD Paco. Is he getting... Oh, wow, like he needed any help anyway. And Tease has just gifted XD Paco, his teammate, a load of slipstream there. Very, very well done from the Haas drivers, as if XD Paco needed any help getting on pole position, but he has got it. Brilliantly done. Through the S's now goes XD Paco, and it is executed tremendously well. Down towards turn 12 for XD Paco, and then up towards turn 13. Taking a nice wide line just over the curb at 14. Just a slight loss of the rear wheels. I don't think that would have killed his time too much. To the line, it's a 1:15.7. It's P2. So that slip potentially cost him pole position here. So let's go on board with Dennis, who is back as well. Let's see what the Aston Martin driver can do, who is teammates with B Wright today. I don't understand why YXF didn't show up to the race. He absolutely begged me for a seat to Racing Gold tonight, and I was like, okay, fine. And they didn't show up to the race. It's like the second or third time he's done that, where he's like message to message, like, can I get a seat to race? And I'm like, okay. And then he just doesn't show up. He was online an hour ago. It's like he thinks, right, I want to race, it's a great idea, and then I say yeah, and then he goes, I can't go. Banana is in the Alpine Oster. So, Dennis went up to P9. So we are going board with the Alfa Romeo of Lewis at 1:16.5. Sorry, I missed that. So a couple of the drivers are coming back out. Chi-Chi in the Williams, who is on a debut race. Undertaker Dylan needs to get a decent lap on the board. Remember, if you are not watching, please share. If you are watching, please share the live stream. So GG and Undertaker Dylan, they're pretty much close on track. We'll stay on board with the Williams first. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve? There's 6 minutes of this qualifying session remaining here in Mexico. What about Undertaker Dylan? Are they improving? I mean, Undertaker Dylan has to improve. I mean, you can't get any worse for him at this point. Was that same job that just went up to P7? A lot of drivers going into the pits. There is a McLaren. I think that was Kaz that went up to P3. F1 Jax goes even faster. A 1:15.463 for F1 Jax. We have Chai coming through in the Williams in towards turn 16 and 17. Then we have Undertaker Dylan right behind him, but Chai's going to be first to the line in the Williams, goes up to P14, Undertaker Dylan goes P12. Tease is going to be next, there is an Alfa Romeo, I think that is Henke, it is Henke. He made a huge mistake last time round, but not this time for the Norwegian, who goes provisional pole here in Mexico. Henke with a 1:15.2. Tees will go up to P9 with a 1:16.0. It is very tight at the top of this grid. It is going to be Banana who is on an outlap. And then we have, I think, a Williams right behind him. That is Jake, who is about 5 1/1000ths down on his lap time at the moment, coming round turn 16. Here comes DRS. Oh, he's backed out and into the pit lane. Oh, that was a late call. I think he's just realised I'm not getting that improvement. Get into the pits, get some fresh tyres on and go again. So I'll be right. The world champion is 4 tenths up on his lap time. Down towards the line he goes. It's a 1:16.2. It's only P12. The two Aston Martins are both in the 1:16.2s. About a second off the pole position time at the moment. Not what they would have wanted to see. Reese goes into the pit lane as well. Oster in the Alpine will try and go again. 4 minutes to go. It is all to play for. Sorry, 1 second, guys. So all the drivers are in the pit lane. It's a great time to tell you, if you do want to come and join Formula 7 Racing, !Discord in the chat. And you'll be able to come and race it. We race every single Sunday, 10 AM, 12:30 PM and 7 PM. That's bronze, silver and gold. We race on a Monday night. Fantasy F7, your team, your logo, your livery. That's a Constructors Base Championship only. And then on a Wednesday night, Formula 7 realistic. That is realistic performance, team principles, driver salaries, team budgets. Really, really great concept. So a lot of drivers are now on outlaps. Oh, B Wright's out. Has he retired in the pit lane? That's a big DNF for a really, really good driver. Maybe wants to save a set of tyres at this point. So, we will try and jump on board with the leading pack. It is Undertaker Dylan to Jake that will be first to cross in the line. So, Undertaker Dylan going through turn 2 and 3. The Mercedes driver heading down towards turn 4. This is one of the DRS straights. One of the 3 DRS straights around this circuit. Round turn 5. What's going on, Nick? How you doing, mate? And then down towards the S's at turn 7. Over the curb, he's invalidated it. Undertaker Dylan, that is all he will be able to do, is P15 at best. And Jake has lost it. Jake in the Williams is out. He's lost it through the S's here in Mexico. So Undertaker, so the first 2 are not going to be able to improve. The next is the Mercedes of Dev P, the American driver here at his neighbouring home Grand Prix, down with the DRS on towards turn 12 for the Mercedes AMG, going nice and wide there and in towards turn 13. Tight to the curb, over where the baton is supposed to be, but somebody's already knocked it down. In towards turn 16, the checkered flag has waved, and Dev P comes to the line. It's a 1:15.9, it's P9 for Dev P. We have an Alpha Tauri coming through, and then a Ferrari, the Alpha Tauri of Sendro. TTL Sendro to the line, he comes, here comes the Norwegian, it's a 1:15.5, it's P3. The Ferrari of F1 Jax, TTL Nick first. Then the Williams of Chi, who goes up to P17. The Aston Martin of Dennis is going to be next. Takes the checkered flag in P13. The Alpine of Oster is coming up towards P12. We've got the Alfa Romeo of Henke and Lewis. Lewis up to P15. The Haas of Paco. Paco goes to P2. Henke is still provisional pole at the moment. Famfness goes up to P5. And there is a couple of drivers still coming through. I think Tyes is one who's currently in P11. Tyes stays P11. The Alpha Tauri Banana stays, the Alpha Tauri of Reese stays in P5. Ulster is out, but it is Henke that takes pole position here in Mexico. So there you have it. Wow, that was incredibly close. Henke in the Alfa Romeo is back where he belongs, and that is on the top step in qualifying. He will start on the front row of this grid. XD Paco in the Haas will start alongside him. On the second row of the grid, it's F1 Jackson, the Ferrari, and then Sendro in the Alpha Tauri in P4. On the third row of the grid, it's the other Alpha Tauri of Reese in P5, and then the 2 McLarens in 6 and 7 of Cards and Fanfurness. On the fourth row of the grid, alongside Fanfurness, is Nick in the Ferrari in P8, and then on the fifth row of the grid is Ulster in the Alpine, and Dev P in the Mercedes. Then comes Tees, B Wright, Dennis, Jake, Lewis, Undertaker Dylan, Chi, Banana, and Levi Martins, without setting the time, will be at the back of this grid. That gold time by Henke was 1.2 seconds quicker than the pole position time in silver, which is just, it's mad, isn't it? But it means that we're doing a good job in putting the drivers in the right divisions, because if gold and silver times were extremely close, then you could argue that the top silver drivers should be racing in the bottom half or the middle of gold, really, shouldn't you? And they should be competing in gold. So it means that we're doing a good job. Drive through penalty for a jump start, XD Paco. How? You can't jump start the formation lap, surely. That's crazy. I didn't know you could jump the formation lap. But yeah, that's really bad for XD Paco. But it means, yeah, the admin and the staff and everybody here at Formula 7 is doing a good job in making sure that each division is competitive as possible by the gold and silver pole positions being 1 second apart. It means that everybody is in the correct place, which is good. I've never seen a driver get a drive-through penalty for jump starting a formation lap, but we will have to look at that at the end of the race. There's nothing you can do at this point. It's not something we would be able to restart the lobby for anyway, but I'm sure he will send it in and we'll have a look at it. But that is devastating for him. So we're about to go racing. What is going on with Paco? How's he pitted on a formation lap and got a 5 seconds of speeding in? What is going on here? He's going to be leading the Grand Prix. This is absolutely crazy that Paco is able to do this. We'll take a look at the end, guys. I've never seen a driver be able to start the race and pit on the formation lap. I think it's going to glitch out. Take a picture of that, just in case.
What does that mean for today's?
Is he going back round again to line up? I think they're waiting for XD Paco to get back round and line up, yeah, because he's still in P2. But that's crazy. He's still got his drive-through, but he's had a pit stop before the race has started. This is mad. I've never seen a driver. 1 second, Reese. Yeah, it'll sort itself out. XD Paco should go back on the grid. Oh no, XD Paco's pulled up. There's nothing we can do. XD Paco isn't lining back up. I think it's just automatically put him back in the spot. I literally have no idea what's happened here. Looks like it's going to have to be a restart. I don't understand this. Yeah, it's all it's XD Paco that's the problem. He's the only one not loaded in. Race, if you can set up another lobby and invite me, mate, that'd be great. The only problem is, Reese, is that you'll have to do the you'll have to set it up. He's got a 10-second penalty for corner cut as well. That's mad. There was something not right there with XD Paco, the way he was able to. Jump start formation lap, hit under the formation lap, get a penalty, corner cutting and speed into the pit lane and change his tyres without the race even starting. That's mad. Okay. guys, please remember setups, but just don't ready up straight away. Give everybody a chance to get the setups on. So don't jump straight into the race. Just give it a second, please. So give everybody a chance to get the setups. Oh, somebody already done. I hope everybody got the setups on. Right here, just give everybody a chance to put their setups on, please. Don't ready straight into it. Yeah, I think everybody's had enough time to put the setups on. Well done, lads. I like that. Well done. Well, let's go racing. Here we go. This is it. And it's lights out and away we go. Straight into the race we go. Ulster is through. Ulster's going through the middle. There comes F1 Jax as well as he go down towards turn 1. F1 Jax is there. Ulster's making moves. Ulster's now getting swallowed up. We're going down in towards turn 1. F1 Jax on XD Paco. The two Alpha Tauris of Sendro and Reese just backing out. He's got the McLaren of cars going right around the outside. And now down in the inside as Fanfinus goes out wide. And then we've got a little bit of contact between Chi and Lewis, Jake and Dennis, Banana and Levi at the back. But it's F1 Jax now into the lead of this Grand Prix with Henke right on his tail. And we've got a car going off there. I think that was Ulster. It wasn't. It was an Alpine, I think. I don't know who that was, but there was a car going off. Everybody's still in the race. Ties is through on Fanfinus, the two Dutchies, as they go in towards turn 7 at the S's. Oh, there was a bit of contact. Fanfinus went off. Nick capitalises. And that is a Haas driver. That is tyres going right over the curb there. And he's going to try and go around the outside of B right, and he does. These two both gold world champions. That's Lewis through on Dev B. Great driving between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Dev B will be in his element here. That's Dennis and Undertaker Dylan. Oh, that is tight between the two drivers. Jake Orr. Yeah, Undertaker Dylan just turning in there. A little bit of contact with Jake and Dylan as they shoot down towards turn 1. A little bit of lag in the lobby. That is Henke back into lead his Grand Prix, but Jax takes it back. The wheel to wheel. The Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari. So we've now settled down a bit in the race. Chi is through on Dev P. He just go a little bit through there. Dennis sneaks through on Dev P. Oh, and the Mercedes is out! Undertaker Dylan lost the race. He is out of the Mexico Grand Prix. Wow, wow, wow. Does anybody fit? Let's have a look at the tyres. Wow. In fact, I can't see there being any reason for any driver to pit. Oh, Tyres does pit. Wow. I suppose it gets him on the freshest mediums, it gets him off the softs, he can go as long as he wants now. But the only problem is it puts him right at the back. Fanfitness and Jake have pitted. I mean, for me, Fanfitness and Jake is an absolute no, you know, absolutely, you've got to pit. Because you're at the back anyway. Reese is also at the back, he has pitted. Reese won't be happy with that. And yeah, the lobby is a little bit laggy. Obviously, I'm not the lobby host, so you can't blame me. But I don't think it'll be Reese. We never have problems with Reese hosting, but yeah, it does seem a little bit laggy tonight. But mind you, the bronze race this morning was laggy. When drivers were joining and leaving, and even during the whole race, it was very laggy. It might just be Mexico. So the safety car is out. I feel for Reese. He can't catch a break in these races. But if there's one driver that can come back here with them fresh mediums now and that pit stop under his belt, sorry guys, it is Reese. Safety car will be out for another lap. Cars and Reese at the back. So they did have a little bit of contact. So, in the race, it is F1 Jax that is your race leader on lap 4. CPI Henke in the Alfa Romeo is in P2. XD Paco on them hard tyres is in P3. And then his TTL partner in Sendro in the AlphaTauri, he's in P5. Oster in the Alpine with an incredible start to this Grand Prix is in P5. B Wright, the reigning world champion, in the Aston Martin in P6. TTL Nick in the Ferrari, so 3 TTL drivers in the top 7. He's in P7. Lewis in the Alfa Romeo, he's had an amazing start. He's in P8. Chi in the Williams, what a start from him. He's up to P9, so well done from him on his debut race. Dennis in the Aston Martin is into the points in the top 10. And Dev P, he will be reveling in this. He's had some great side-to-side races on his return back to Formula 7, and he's in P11. Safety car is in this lap. I can still see a few little lags. Banana in the Alpine in P12. Levi Martins in the Red Bull in P13. Tyres in the Haas in P14, but has pitted. So is Jake in P15. So is Fanfis in P16. Cars in P17, and Reese in P18. Both McLarens down at the bottom now. So here we go. There's all the drivers getting ready to go. And F1 Jax is going to lead the safety car restart. And he slips out the final corner. That might give Henke a bit of an opportunity. They've got a nice gap to XD Paco. Here we go. It is Jax that leads the way, but Reese is chasing him down in that slipstream. You've got XD Paco there. Then you've got Sendro, Oster, B Wright in the Aston Martin, TTL Nick. You've got a Williams there looking for a move on Chi looking for a move on Lewis. Doesn't go for it. Great driving. Dev P in the Mercedes. Then you've got the Haas and the Red Bull. Levi Martins and T's going for an overtake. You've got Reese at the back there just trying to stay on the tail of these drivers. F1 Jax still leading this Grand Prix on them hard tyres. Henke right on his tail as they go in towards turn 6. And he just gives him a little nudge for good luck. But all the drivers are safely through. We've got an Aston Martin there. That was B Wright and TTL Nick. And there's a little bit of locked up brakes at the back, and that's an Aston Martin, and that's Dennis that made a mistake. And through goes the American. Oh, that's a big lag. There's a few lobby issues going on here. But they look like the exact same lobby issues I had earlier on. And there goes Dev P. The Williams gives him space. Dev P is going to go for it. What an overtake. He's going to try and go again round the outside. And Dennis will try and look for the inside of the Williams. What a freeway battle we have. But the lag is awful here. Dennis is going to go for a move on the Williams. He doesn't have the straight line speed. The Williams does though, and through he goes on Dev P. And Dev P will have the inside line on the Aston Martin. The Williams leaves him room. This is beautiful racecraft. Dev P goes through. So does the Aston Martin. The Red Bull is right there of Levi Martins. I hope nobody ruins this because this is amazing. Round the outside goes the Red Bull and the Aston Martin, leaving each other the space. Here comes Fanfinus. The battling is amazing. Oh, there's a Williams into the wall. I think that is Jake that just lost the rears then and just face planted the wall. It was. Hopefully he didn't get damage as he chases him down through the S's. So F1 Jack still leads. Look at this through the stadium section. Reese gets a time penalty. What is going on? Oh, there's been a big collision. A huge collision. And I think it's Kaz and Reese again. Oh no. Dev P is through and up to P9. Down the inside comes the Williams. Dennis is really lagging quite a lot. Oh wow! Wow! I've never seen that before. I feel sorry for Cheeto, but Dennis keeps bouncing forward and backwards. I don't know if it's something to do with the lobby. Oh, Dennis is round. Dennis is round. Dennis doesn't usually have lobby issues, so look, even when you're on board with him, it looks like he's just lagging. So, back on board with F1 Jackson Henke. Chi is through on tyres. What a move from the Williams. You know, Chi looks like a very good driver. He's trying to leave space for everybody. He's trying to battle side by side. He's competitive. This is a great debut race for him. Henke is in to the lead of the Mexico Grand Prix. Remember, you get a double dose of DRS even if you're the car in front after turn 1, which is not something you see at many circuits. Oh, Chi and Tyres have had a coming together. I jinxed it. So Henke is now the race leader. Still a relatively clean race. There's been a few issues between cars and Reese. Oh, it was Banana that took out Reese. Here comes F1 Jax down the inside of Henke, the wheel to wheel. And TTL Nick and B Right also as well. TTL Nick is through on the reigning world champion. What about Henke and Jax? They are still going at it for the lead of this Grand Prix. XD Paco is there as well. He's trying to get involved as they go down in towards turn 4. It's F1 Jax that leads to Henke, to XD Paco, to Senjo, to Oster. Fanfurness and Levi Martins. Levi Martins does have the inside line. Fanfurness trying the old switcheroo, which he does. Fanfurness with the switchback of all switchbacks. Can he hold it? No, Levi Martins just has that pace. Tyres is in the pit lane. Here comes Fanfurness now through the S's. He just looks like he's got so much more grip than Levi Martins. Made a slight mistake there. Oh, that was a really bad line. Dead P in P9. Then we've got B Wright and TTL Nick scrapping it out. Lewis W in the Alfa Romeo. XD Paco on the back of Henke. Here comes Henke to take back the lead of the Mexico Grand Prix on lap 10. XD Paco trying to go round the outside of F1 Jax. B Wright is back front. TTL Nick, but he has the inside line. But TTL Nick has the outside line. Fanfurness through on Levi Martins. B Wright will have that double dose of DRS. And through goes the Aston Martin on the Scuderia, who will dive down the inside. And I think B Wright will switch it back, and he does. TTL Nick got that all wrong and goes really wide into that corner, pushing the Aston Martin through. They are still scrapping it out, Nick and B Wright. Nick just going really late on the brakes, just missed his brake pedal slightly. And still they continue to squabble. Nick gets a penalty for going over the corner. He might have even taken the place off the track there. I don't know if he might actually have to give that back. He might have a warning, we'll see. But this is oh, he did! Oh, wow. That was... He did. He got a 5-place grid penalty. He got a 5-second grid penalty. He tried to give it back. And I tell you what, B Wright with reflexes of a cat there to avoid crashing into the back of TTL Nick. But it didn't help Nick. He got that 5 seconds and then he just goes into the pit lane and retires. And we've got this battle again between F1 Jax and Henke. Lewis W is through on B Wright. Through he goes. Tyres gets a penalty. Levi Martins, we've got battling everywhere. XD Paco now up into P2. Round the outside of the Alfa Romeo he goes. Cuts back on the inside. Henke just trying to stick with him. Look at it. What a battle this is. Is Paco close enough to make the move? That DRS straight is so strong. And XD Paco, for the first time this evening, is now your race leader. Here comes Henke on F1 Jax. He's going to try and break and switch back. These are 8 seconds in front of the rest of the pack. Fanfurness and Levi Martins are just continuing to battle it out. Henke through on F1 Jax down the inside. But the Ferrari has the inside. And going into turn 5. And he is back through. This is very entertaining. B Wright not able to get that move back off Lewis. Ulster is through on Senjo, so Ulster up to a record high 4. Oh, Senjo's lagged out. Senjo has lagged out. I can't believe it. His actual game's gone off. Actually, he's not even on the invite list. So I think he's actually PC shut down there, because if he was still on the game, he would be on the invite list. Here goes F1 Jax. Is he close enough to make the move on XD Paco? No, slots in behind him, so not this time. That's yellow flags. I think that is a Williams. Dennis for a 3-second time penalty. The driver's starting to struggle a little bit. Levi and Fanfinus. Yeah, I'll invite you now, Senjo. You were in such a good position as well. It's not showing you online, Senjo. It looks like you're going to have to restart or something. It's not showing you as online. Oh, there you are, sorry. Right, so. We are on lap 13 of the Mexican Grand Prix. Be right is through on Senjo. Oh, yeah, Senjo. Lagged out. Here comes Lewis. Senjo is back in, but he has lost 2 places, maybe even 3 if Dev P can get 2. Dev P is close to be right. This might be reliving season 4 again. Enki on F1 Jax, adding close enough to XD Paco this time. Remember, F1 Jax and XD Paco are on the hards. Enki's on the mediums. He has to just brake. The Ferrari leaves in the room, wheel to wheel round turn 1 and 2. F1 Jax does off the faster line in the Ferrari. Here comes Oster in the Alpine. Oster in the Alpine, who started so far back. That's a safety car. Chi has lost it at turn 14. He's lost it before the hairpin, you know. He's lost it in the wall on the right hand side before the left handed hairpin. It's an unusual place to lose your car, I feel for him. You know what, Nick? Ever since the F1 update last week, there's been safety car glitches, there's been laggy lobbies, like, it's just been a nightmare since the update. And Levi Martins and Jake, I mean, are trying to overtake each other in the safety car here. F1 Jax. Remember, unsafe pit release is now on, so you don't have to worry about getting caught up. After we've seen XD back always back 8 positions last week, so I apologise as well. Every single driver into the pits. Interesting to see what tyres everyone goes on to. Well, there's 21 laps to go, so mediums and hards will get to the end of this race now. Dennis, invite please. Dennis, you've retired. It said you retired and left the session. I don't know why that is. But yeah, Dennis, from the minute go, your car's been lagging all over the track, and that's not usually like you. Fanfest has come out on intermediate tyres. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Dennis. I don't have a clue, Dennis. It just literally, it said you went into the pits, retired and left the session. It just looked legit. It looked like you'd gone into the pits, retired and just left. As soon as you pitted, it retired your car and you left the session. But I know that your car's been really laggy all race, but I know that's obviously not down to you. It's you're never laggy, so I don't have a clue. Honestly, Dennis, it's so bad since the update. So bad today. The reason Fanfinus is on Inters, I'm guessing, is so that he doesn't waste a set of tyres or a lap of tyres, and he'll probably pit again now for dries, so they're 1 lap fresher. But for me, the positions he's going to lose doing that is not worth 1 extra lap. So, and also you cannot come out on intermediate tyres. Strange though. Come on. That's a late call for the safety car to go in, guys. Sorry, I'm having a massive coughing. XD Panko, you need to be really careful. That's really dangerously slow. And off he goes. Yeah, it's causing a massive chain reaction. Hold step. And here we go. Sorry, guys. Guys, is for on Jake, and then you got Reese and Tees, and Fanfinish just leaving left and right down the inside of Jake. He goes, and the two McLarens who did so well in qualifying were going 3 wide. Here comes Reese as well. No, sorry, Ties. Oh, they nearly touched. The Williams is moving over, which is pushing the McLaren over, and they all make it through. And then dives down the inside, goes Ties. Oh, and they've collided. Need to just be careful. Like, the cars are ghosting way too much as well. Right, he had a tiny... Oh, Ties has lost it. Oh, he's done a George Russell. XD Paco still leads. 19 laps to go. Yeah, tell me about it, Dennis. Like, this is what we're playing with, yet they want us to pre-order the new game. That is mad. Senjo on Dev P, and Senjo will move up. What about Levi Martins? He's chasing Dev P as well. And Levi Martins is going for the double overtake. The Red Bull driver gets a 2-for-1 deal on Senjo and Dev P. What a move from Levi. Here now comes Dev P. And 911. Go Dev P 911. Oh, 3 seconds. Sorry, I'm putting it. So. XD Paco does lead by half a second to F1 Jax and Henke, Oster, B-Right, Lewis, Levi, Central, Dev P, Banana Cars, Fanfinish, Reese, Jake and Tees is your top 15. You have 4 DNFs, 3 of them being in the pit lane. But XD Paco is your race leader. F1 Jax trying to chase him down. Fanfinish with that 3 second, could be costly. Right, Martins on the back of Lewis. Now DRS is now enabled, but you won't get any until after the S section at the start of sector 3. Here comes Lewis on B right. These two have been squabbling the majority of the race, and they continue to squabble. And this is close wheel-to-wheel racing from Lewis and B-Right. Beautifully done. Here comes Levi Martins. The Red Bull driver on the Aston Martin is on a charge here. But B-Right is going to try and go down the inside. Lewis leaves in space. Amazing. Well done, lads. Absolutely amazing racing from Lewis and B-Right. Levi Martins trying to go down the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Just needs to be careful. If the space is not there, just make sure to back out. Senjo right on the back of the Aston Martin. This is a hell of a battle here from P5 down. A huge DRS chain. We've got 1 DRS, which is the top 4, and then we get another DRS, which is the next 10. I love the camera angles going into the stadium section. Down the inside goes the Mercedes. That was Dev P. Good racing from Dev and Senjo. Dev P on for points on his return, but he's now going to contend with a banana behind him in terms of name and personality. Levi Martins is through on Lewis. He does have that DRS now, and here comes B-Right as well. And Banana is going to try and make the move, and good racing from Banana. That's in the Alpine, fair play. There was a little yellow flag there. Now B-Right is going to go through on Lewis with that DRS. Cars is through on Banana on the Alpine. And the McLaren driver is into the points. Could Banana potentially steal a points finish in the gold division? That would be something. But Fanfulness goes down the inside. Banana losing a lot of room. Good racing. Sendro on the back of Lewis. Going through the S's in sector 2. Absolutely, this is racing. Sendro on Lewis. He's just about alongside him as they go in towards turn 14, turn 12, sorry, and then the Mercedes of Dev P. This is amazing. Beautifully done, and Dev P will try and stick to the back of him, and there was a slight mistake from the Alpine there, which is going to give Fanfulness the opportunity to get through. And now here comes Reese. He's got the slipstream, and he's also got the DRS and DRS, but he's not using his battery. Dev P's lagged out. Oh no! Banana late on the brakes. Oh, the McLaren just avoided the contact from the Alpine. I will get Dev P back in ASAP. He was having such an amazing battle. I don't know what is wrong with this lobby. I really don't. Ulster on the back of Henke. The top 9 drivers do not have time penalties, so where they finish is where they finish. 15 laps to go though. I can't help but feel that the hard runners will be in such a better position at the end of the race. Dev P is back in. He's not fell too far behind, but he'll be a bit gutted that he's 3 seconds off that battle now that he was taking part of. Here comes F1 Jackson, XD Paco. He's going to go for the move. Paco moves left, Jax moves right, down in towards turn 1. Jax backs out. Here comes Henke Ulster. Senjo is through on B right as well. So the AlphaTauri is from the Aston Martin. There goes Reese in the AlphaTauri, through on the Alpino Banana. And up to P11 goes Reese. So XD Paco leading this race, the Haas driver on the mediums. Out of the top 5, there's only one driver on the hards, and that is Henke. That might be vital in 14 laps time. DRS enabled for Jax. Is he going to go for it in towards turn 12? Not this time. And Ulster is right there as well. This is amazing racing. That is a yellow flag. That's Tyzer's out. Tyzer's lost it on the straight coming out of turn 4. Like halfway down the straight as well. XD Paco is about to see. Oh, his car's just disappeared, but he lost it where Paco is now. Crazy place to lose it, but no safety car, which is good. Lewis, Cars and Fanfulness. So Lewis is in a McLaren sandwich as they go down towards turn 4. And Lewis is just fending the papayas off behind him. Fanfulness will go down the inside. Oh, and he just pushes Lewis out wide. Lewis left in the space. Fanfulness has to make sure that he does the same. And he now has Cars on his tail. So now he is slap bang in the middle of the two McLarens. Through the S's they go. Lewis is having a phenomenal race actually. And some terrific driving. Reese is now only 2 seconds off the points. They're all coming through the stadium section. And Lewis will have that DRS on Fanfulness, but Fanfulness does have a time penalty, remember, so Lewis will take that into account. Going into the end of this race, Jake is through. Bananas into the pits. Wow. After 9 laps on the hard, is he going to go for the 2-stopper? Well, the 2-stopper after the safety car, 3-stopper. Is he going to go on to the soft? No, he's gone fresh mediums. That is very surprising. But there might be method behind the madness here. 12 laps to go. Banana might be thinking to himself, I could potentially take 2 or 3 seconds a lap out of these boys in front of fresh mediums. He's going to be, what, 18, 19 seconds behind the pack. With 12 laps to go on fresh tyres. Keep your eyes on him. He might have just pulled off a masterclass. Take us back to Hungary. And Lewis Hamilton vibes all over the place here. So F1 Jacks still right on the tail of Paco in the Haas. The Haas driver leads, 11 laps to go. Jax is very close to him this time though. The Ferrari driver into the tail of the slipstream, moves to the right, DRS enabled, and the Scuderia is going to retain the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. What about Henke, who's going to try and go round the outside, and XD Paco loses 2 for 1 and is now down into P3 and has Oster on his tail. All of these drivers have DRS apart from Paco. How can you go in to one corner and 3 cars around you have DRS over 2 straights? That is Mexico for you. And Reese lost the position to Jake as well. Banana has already taken a second out of Dev P. Keep your eyes peeled on him. Oh, Banana's controller died. That's why he pitted. Well, Sam, I was just saying it's giving me hungry Lewis Hamilton vibes. Like, if he starts to take 2 or 3 seconds a lap off these boys in front on fresh tyres, he could potentially be right in the mix on a lot fresher tyres come the end of this Grand Prix. He's already took 1.5 seconds out of Dev P in 1 lap. He's still got 11 to go on fresh tyres. It could be a great decision to pit. These tyres are only going to get worse for the other drivers because they're going to have to do 21 laps on mediums and hards. Banana's going to be doing 10. He's going to be so much quicker. And he's 15 seconds away from the pack. And then after that, they're pretty much grouped up quite closely. This is going to be a great ending to the race. Reese on the back of Jake. You know what? We've got to give Reese a big shout out actually, because, and the reason we've got to give him a big shout out, and every Gold driver should give Reese a shout out and a lot of respect, is because no matter how Reese's race is going, he will always stay in and try and finish. And the reason being is because he is the lobby host every Sunday. The reason that he's the lobby host is because if the spectator hosts the lobby, you always get the safety car glitch at the start of the race. If the driver hosts, you get very minimal glitches apart from races like this, which you have an F1 update and completely lose the race. Oh, XD Paco's got a time penalty! That is huge! Sorry, I was saying, and no matter how his race is going, he always sticks it out so that it doesn't crash the lobby. And a lot of drivers, if they get taken out twice in the opening lap, they'd just retire the car. And he always just leave the session. He never leaves the session. He always sticks it out so that everybody else can race. And he sacrifices his own time a lot in Gold races so that you guys can continue to race, and I respect that a lot. There's not many drivers that will host the Gold races and sit there even when they're having a poor race and just stay so that it doesn't do anything to the lobby. So fair play. As we've seen a couple of times, when a host leaves the session, it will completely crash the race as well. But never does it. Never does it. It's fair play to every Gold driver that plays the race. So F1 Jax is the leader. Henke on his tail on them hard tyres, so they are fresher. They will probably be the faster tyre now. XD Paco might have just missed the DRS. Did he miss it? He's going to have to burn his battery now. He did miss it. Here comes Henke. He will start to pull away from XD Paco with that DRS. XD Paco has lost it, and Henke is backed out. Oster also didn't have DRS, so that DRS train of the top 4 is starting to change. Here comes cars on Lewis, but Lewis also has the DRS. The McLaren and the Alfa Romeo. Will the McLaren try and lunge down the inside? He's just about behind. Lewis does leave in the space. Beautiful, beautiful. That is what it's about. Switch back for the McLaren. He does have the straight line speed. Lewis will have the inside line though, going in towards turn 4, and he backs out. That is how you race. Lewis is a prime example of a great racer, and I love it. So Reese did pit for fresh soft, so he is on the charge. Banana's only 12 seconds behind Dev P now with 8 laps to go. Okay, there's for racing. XD Paco is right back in that DRS again. So he made the time up. Oster didn't get DRS though. That is massive, because he needs to stay with XD Paco, otherwise he will lose a podium here. He needs to stay within 3 seconds. But look how much time he's losing. XD Paco's going to go for F1 Jax. He's going to go from the lead of this Grand Prix back down to P3 as they switch back. The Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo come together. Oh, they have come together. I missed it. I had the broadcast on and you could see the Ferrari going down the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and they've had a tangling. They've tangled together. And Oster is now in P2. Oh, F1 Jax takes it back, but Oster potentially, if he stays with Paco, could be on for a race victory here. He's first in Formula 7. This is giving Levi Martins a great opportunity to catch up. Banana now only 10 seconds behind P. Oh, Oster got 3 seconds. Did he get pushed? Was he avoiding cars? That might be reported. It might get removed. We will see. But at the moment, he has 3 seconds. Levi Martins is a second and a half away, potentially, from a podium if he can catch up to Paco and Oster. Cars right on the rear diffuser of that Aston Martin in front. Jax is 2 seconds off Paco. He needs a 3-second gap. Reese is through on Banana. Reese is absolutely flying on them softs. He will potentially get the fastest lap as well. So Reese, there goes B right on Fanfinus. Fanfinus with the lunge around the outside. B right trying the old switcheroo down the inside. He goes. It keeps cutting my broadcast camera off there. It's not ideal. Here comes cars now through the middle. Fanfinus backs out, and everybody's been having to battle the McLarens together. So we've seen it with Lewis, now we're seeing it with B right. You don't contend with one McLaren, you've got to take them both at the same time. And cars turns in, nearly slides B right. Last season's teammates have a coming together. But B right managed to hold on to that car, so well done to him. Down the inside went the McLaren. That is Fanfinus trying to make the move on B right. Jax, F1 Jax is now only 1.6 behind XD Paco. Henke, Oster and Henke. Henke is back up to P3. Also with that time penalty back down to P4. Levi Martins is losing time, so he's not even making time up at this point. He goes wide again, does have that DRS. 1.5 now is the gap for F1 Jax. Henke and Jax need to start working together here. And Dev P is up to P11, makes the overtake on Jake. He's now 4 seconds off a podium. Oh, wide goes Jake, really wide again. But he would have stayed off the track there to avoid getting a penalty. 5 laps to go. That is Lewis round the outside of Fanfurness. And B. Wright will love the sights of one of the McLarens being taken away from him. He was having to battle both of them the same as Lewis was. But they've been taken out the equation of double teaming now. And B. Wright will chase down Cars, his former teammate. F1 Jax is close to being back within DRS range. Did he get it? Did he get it? He just missed out. 4 laps to go. Reaches 6 seconds off the pack. It's still on to play for. So, actually back our leads. We have 3 laps to go. Reece still 5 seconds behind Jake. It is all to play for. Does Jax wait for the perfect opportunity? He's back within DRS range. The top 4 are back inside the DRS range. Levi Martin's unable to stay with them and unable to catch them. It's actually been a very, very good race. Very few slight issues here and there. The start wasn't great, but in terms of the racing, wow. And the battling, the respect on track, I cannot fault it, I really can't. Yeah, I know there will be incidents, and I know there'll be ones where I go, Jesus, why did you do that? But you've got to give praise when it's due, and tonight it is due. 3 laps to go. He opens that rear wing, and F1 Jax is back into the lead of this Grand Prix, and Henke is going to try and move into P2 as well. XD Paco does go down the inside, leaves in the room, goes the Alfa Romeo, but they are 1-2 now. XD Paco does have that time penalty, so does Oster. If Levi Martin's going to stay with him, he would have a great opportunity of a podium now. F1 Jax looks like he might get the victory here. He's just got to keep it. 2.5 laps to go here in Mexico. It has been a fantastic race. That is a yellow flag, and that looks like Banana looks like he's pitting again. No, but he's 24 seconds behind. It looks like he's just left his car in pause, actually, that's why. Yeah, he has. Looks like he might have just taken control of it again. So, we will concentrate on the battle that's going up on front. 2 laps to go. it is between Henke and Jax for the race victory. The Englishman against the Norwegian, against the Dutchman. B Right cars, Lewis, Fanfus, all inside the points. Jake is on the back of Dev P. Banana wasn't able to catch up. Sorry, Reese, he's 3.7 behind. Banana's back into the pit lane. So Henke will have that DRS. This is it. This is it. Has Jack saved up enough ERS to fend off the attack from the Norwegian? Has he charged too early? Jax needs a good exit. He tried to get a good exit, but he just slightly lost the race. Was he trying to go too early? He's got 5 tenths to play for. It looks like it's not going to be enough for the Ferrari driver. Here comes Henke. The DRS and ERS is on. And the Alfa Romeo driver on the very last lap of this Grand Prix is into the lead. XD Paco loses the race, Oster chasing him down. But this is where the battle is. Banana pulls over to the side. It's Henke that is your race leader on the very final lap. The man that started on pole position. It's been an extraordinary Grand Prix from start to finish. Every single driver should be proud of themselves. It's been first class racing. Levi Martins, Sendro, Cars, B Right, Lewis W, Fanfus, Dev P. It's just been amazing. Can Jax catch up to him? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Here comes Henke in towards turn 14. The fireworks erupt. And here comes the man from Norway in the Alfa Romeo to take the race victory here in Mexico. What a Grand Prix. What a race. What a drive. Brilliant to watch. Levi Martins comes through in P5. Sendro in P6. Cars in the McLaren will come through in P7, B Right in P8, Lewis in P9 and Fanfus in P10. What a battle they had as well. Dev P very, very unlucky not to finish in the points today after lagging out. But there is Jake just doing the donuts in the stadium section. I hope he doesn't retire because that'll look like a DNF. He wants to get to the finish line at least. So there you have it. Yeah, it was, weren't it, Jack? It was really good, actually. On the top step is Henke. So let's go through the final standings here in Mexico. It is Henke that takes the race victory. Started on pole, finishes on pole. F1 Jax takes P2 in the Ferrari, and XD Paco, even with the time penalty, gets a podium. Oster in the Alpine finishes in P4, Levi Martins in P5, Sendro in P6, Cars in the McLaren in P7, Lewis in P8, Fanfus in P9, and Dev P did finish in the points. Wow. So he's returned back to racing and he finishes in the points. Oh, B Right had a penalty. No, it didn't look like he had a penalty, so why has he been demoted to P12? I'll take a look at that. Reese does get the fastest lap. It doesn't even say he's got a penalty, so that might be wrong. So we will take a look at that. But an incredible race, an incredible Grand Prix. Alvaro, thanks, mate. No, it was a great race. Great race. Shall I jump in the party and we'll do a little interview with the drivers? And then we'll go and raid somebody else, so make sure you stay tuned for that, guys. I can't invite Paco because he's crossplay. Is it F1 Jacks like that? Is it that one? Yeah, Dev, it was still a great return, mate. It was so unlucky he lagged out. You deserved points in that race, and if you didn't lag out, you would have got them. But it was great seeing you back on track, and it looked amazing as well. Didn't look like anybody was joining for interviews. Okay, no problem, guys. What an amazing Grand Prix! Thank you to everybody that tuned in. It was actually a really enjoyable race to watch. I appreciate you guys supporting as ever, and thank you to the F7 team that do an amazing job. Without you guys, it just wouldn't run. There would be no Formula 7. So thank you all so much, and to the drivers that turn up on time, race on time. It's because this isn't school. When I say turn up on time, this isn't school. This is supposed to be enjoyable for you guys. We supply an amazing platform and an amazing league for you guys to showcase your skills. If you want to showcase your skills, you do that. But if you don't need to. It's entirely up to you. But you know, if you do want to, you know, with all the effort that the team put in, if you do want to show up and showcase your skills, at least give us you know, a little bit of support by turning up on time, and which the drivers do, and then respect each other on track and be clean whilst racing. And I think the Gold drivers did that tonight, so well done. And it makes our job a lot easier as well as a Formula 7 team, and the league is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the team are doing so well to hold the fort. I think obviously we'll need more members of the team as well, but thank you to everybody that has been a part of this and is helping out as well. Right, let's go raid a channel. Let's see who's live. So raid. Who are we gonna raid? So we've got open lobbies by what's that? OWRF1. That's like a league race going on. I like to go with a viewer that's got really low views, you know, just to bump them up a little bit. Let's go with, I say that like we've got loads of views, I don't mean it like that. Okay. No worries, banana. Right, thank you all for watching, guys. I will see you all in Fantasy tomorrow. Thank you for the support, everybody. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow.